Hi guys, how's the lunch so far? Awesome, all right. So as Ken said, I'm Alison Lindland. I'm the VP of Client Strategy at Movable, and this is indeed my first time at Email Insider Summit, which is crazy because I think Adam has been here for all 7 of these years. So we're mixing it up this year. I will say also I'm a very proud member of Women of Email. Who's the Women of Email member? All right, yay. Thank you, all my ladies. Cool, so I will just give you a little bit of introduction to me. For the 7 years that I was at Movable, most of that time has been on our customer success team, working shoulder to shoulder with our many clients. Many of you are here today, so great to see you guys in person. But last year I had a really exciting opportunity to take a role leading a new client strategy team. And essentially, what our mandate is to solve C-level problems using Movable technology. And so to do that, I was able to recruit marketing leaders from across an amazing array of organizations, some of the most innovative marketers in America, actually. And I brought in directors from financial services, travel and hospitality, and of course, retail. And I will say also, we're hiring, though we would never poach from our clients. So we are also focused on enablement, and that means making sure that everything we do at Movable puts the marketer at the center of the equation, and that we're driving solutions and technologies that really puts their problems at the forefront, and so we can really inhabit them. So prior to Movable, I was actually on the client side. I was on your side of the table. I was at Amex on the mobile and email team for many years. And then before business school, I was in the trenches. I was doing email marketing at Ogilvy Interactive for Jaguar and Goldman Sachs, and then later for Broadway shows, which was super fun. But that's why when I met Vivek Sharma about 7.5 years ago now, and he explained what he was building with Movable, I thought it was genius, and I jumped at the chance to join the company. So what is Movable? All right. We are a visual experience platform that provides an intelligent, creative layer that sits on top of your data source, whether it's an ESP, CMS, or the like. And those of you who attended Think Summit in October in New York last year saw that we are now no longer just an email. We are proud to also now power experiences across web and also in display. This is all a really elegant solution and puts the power back in the fingertips of the marketers. So who are those marketers? I will say that this is a brag slide of many of the esteemed clients that we work with, and this is a dream list of clients. And probably the only thing I'm prouder of than this array of best-in-class marketers are the marketers behind them. We have tremendous relationships with them, and Adam can check me on this because this is a sales stat, but probably our number one source of leads are clients taking us with them to other organizations saying that I simply won't work there if you guys don't have Movable. That's like saying I can't have a laptop, right? And actually this year we had a member of our customer advisory board take us with him to his 4th organization, and that would be impressive, except it's about to be beat by 2 other clients. So that's pretty exciting. But you know, you guys could have probably presented the slides that I've just presented so far. I think Movable has been here for 7 years, as Ken said, and we've presented to you many times before. So what am I actually up here to talk about? Well, I think we had a couple people like Heather say earlier, or yesterday rather, that you should get your partners in and have them talk about what they're doing, what are you not doing, as Marian was saying before, have them really go through the details and make sure that you are kicking the tires and doing everything that you can possibly be doing. And I'm going to shift to a focus that has been really important to Movable for the past 2 years, and that's around integrations. But first, I'm going to take a step back, and I think this is really interesting because it's come up a couple times today, especially in Ollie's presentation about Zillow, and a little bit also with Lenovo talking about the relaunch of the loyalty program, that probably, I'd say, I'm just going to guess, 90% of Fortune 500 companies are in some stage of a massive digital transformation, right? Who here is in the midst of a digital transformation organizationally, right? Where the entire organization has been motivated and is pushing towards some huge goal, and you are replatforming a tremendous amount of pieces of technology, and really all hands are on deck. And usually the end goal of this is to build some massive data warehouse where everything is going to live and be accessible through some utopian endpoint, and then you brought in your incredible array of best-in-class third-party providers. And that's great. That's exactly what you should be doing, right? A lot of the infrastructure from the past decade was really creaking and ready to break, under the demands of these marketing organizations. But what's happening is at the ends of these huge efforts, this is not coming to bear because the tech organizations are very, very misaligned with the marketers, and they're no longer able to help you with the agile needs that you have of getting that data at the last mile into your marketing campaigns, right? You simply can't submit a request and get a response in a matter of days to get that campaign out the door, right? Does anybody have that tech organization? Probably not, right? So, Movable saw this from the sidelines, and to be honest, we've been opportunistically solving this problem for years. We've always been known as a tech light solution. We have an incredible reputation for getting the majority of our clients launched and out the gate in under 30 days from signing. So we were doing this by creating custom integrations with these third-party providers and then porting all that data back into that data lake or data warehouse to make your CIO or CTO happy, but making sure that marketers can actually get campaigns out the door and activate on the effort that has gone into that huge digital transformation. So we decided 2 years ago to make a significant investment in this and create a BD partnerships team led by Lalit Chopra, who's a veteran inker. Many of you might have met him at previous events. And his team's mandate is to really create integrations into our platforms directly. These are not just partnerships that are logo swaps. These are deep integrations into our actual product to help accelerate our clients' time to market so they can activate and create campaigns quickly. So I'm going to show you some examples of what this looks like. All right. So Everymundo is a Miami-based, fair-focused performance marketing tool for travel operators and OTAs. And as any of the travel marketers here today know, it is absolutely business critical that you have live pricing data and inventory information in the communications when they're opened at that moment of intent. But because of the URL structures, it's almost impossible to actually web crop from the front end of these websites. So through our integration with Everymundo directly in our platform, we're enabling many, many airlines to actually pull in the live pricing and overlay different parameters that are contained within that integration. So for example, departure city, price variance, et cetera, et cetera. So here we have an email from Aeromexico, a large US-based global airline, and then LATAM, and all of them are pulling in from that integration, which is directly in our platform. None of their own tech teams were involved with this, right? And though it's a turnkey solution, nothing about the presentation layer actually looks that way, right? Where are my Erics, right? These are all beautifully designed. They look exactly on brand. They don't reflect, these do not look like they were Frankenstein together, So beyond Everymundo, there's actually a wide array of tech providers that are really prevalent in the travel industry. So using the knowledge and expertise of my team, we actually recruited this incredible woman, Katie White, who was leading CRM for Hotel Tonight, and before that was at Kimpton Hotels. We are able to drive partnerships and integrations into our platform that help meet the needs of travel marketers so they can get these services online in minutes directly in our platform. And of course, we don't just work with travel and hospitality. Retail is also a huge part of our portfolio. And this is just a snapshot of some of the great providers that we're working with directly into our product. And all of this is about accelerating those business critical campaigns so you don't have to talk to your tech teams. And again, it's not that your tech teams don't want to talk to you. They're just very, very busy with the tech debt that the entire organization needs them for. So this is about accelerating those campaigns, and we've had some amazing proof points. So Kate Spade, which is one of our newer clients, they obviously need no introduction. I'm wearing their goods today. They signed on with us and were able to launch 3 integrations within 6 months. Those were Brickworks for appointment setting, Salesforce Commerce Cloud for e-commerce data, and Bazaar Voice for ratings and reviews. And then, because we had this in our platform, they're now talking to Find Mine about outfit recommendations because they can get this online, again, literally in minutes, right? This isn't like, what will I be doing in 18 months from now? This is what can I be doing and getting in market by the end of this week. So what does it actually take to make this happen, right? This all sounds really nice from the confines of this like fancy ballroom and this plush golf resort, but what does it really, really take to get this in motion? So I'm gonna be brave and show you guys a demo of our actual platform. Okay, so this is what you see when you log into Movable, and this is our app gallery. So here we see the Bazaar Voice, CrowdTwist, SessionM, these beautiful integrations. So I'm actually going to start by showing you an API integration that would be similar to something if you're using like the Salesforce Commerce Cloud. This is all familiar if you guys ever log into our platform, you're selecting the API integration. Great. And now we're going to name this. This is a product feed, let's say, for, I don't know, electronics retailer. We're going to grab an endpoint and go paste that in. Then we're going to validate this and make sure it's working. Beautiful. And now we're going to actually pull in the different pieces of data contained in this API. So let's say this is that electronics retailer. Let's pull in some product information. So I'm going to pull in the product name, the price, the image, and of course the description. And then I'm going to label this. And all these elements are now available in Movable Ink in the dashboard, so you can reuse this very quickly and easily if you want to use this for your next campaigns. Great. All these pieces of atomized data are all here. That's great. And now we have to style them. So we're going to go into the Movable Ink Studio interface. Studio is our WYSIWYG HTML editor, which allows non-technical marketers to actually manipulate in our interface, which we say is like a mix between Photoshop and PowerPoint. And our tagline is, it's so easy your CMO can use it. It requires no understanding of HTML, right? So all the trouble you guys are having hiring people with advanced HTML and CSS, you don't need it anymore, right? So we're pulling in the parameters. We've added name. Now we're adding price. Great, great. And then the next piece is we're going to go over and style this. So again, where my Eric's at, we're going to make sure there's less than 100 fonts. And we're going to make sure that this maps exactly to the beautiful template. Gorgeous. Now we have this evergreen content ready to go. I'm going to show you now the Bazaar Voice integration. So I don't think they need an introduction, but just in case, they provide user-generated reviews for hundreds of e-commerce providers. And now you can integrate that content directly into email in minutes. So as you can see, with some basic information from the client, such as an ID or a passkey on the right-hand side, we're able to access reviews for specific products, and then we can style them and visualize them to look exactly like the rest of the template. So, and also we can put in different parameters to make sure there's a minimum threshold on reviews, because obviously we wouldn't want to show something with like 2 stars, and also character length, because some of them might not fit within the space that we have allocated in the email. Beautiful. These are shoes that would not be so great for golf, but might be fun, I don't know, for dinner tonight. We're going to pick a different ID and go back into the platform and show you how quickly and easily you can change it. So let's go in to the app properties. We're going to update that directly, and then preview it. Boom, and there we're done. All right, so this was all real time. This was not sped up. This is exactly how easily it would be for your marketer to actually use this. So I hope that brought this to life. These are not abstract partnerships, but now you've seen what the product looks like. I'm just going to take you through a few more client use cases. So AutoZone uses our Flip integration to integrate products and offers that are featured in the weekly circular based on the customer's current location when they're opening the email or their preferred store. So then you have this evergreen bar at the bottom that's always live and up to date, and again, requires no integration of their tech team to touch their Flip instance. Smarter HQ is working with one of the largest hotel brands in the world, and they wanted to show guests a dynamic hero when they browse a specific market but didn't book. So they used our integration to the platform to create this hero image that included a dynamic background image, live price overlaid, hotel, and the associated click-through URL. This is an example of a campaign that simply would not be possible to operationalize without Movable Ink. And lastly, Crouches, which is one of my favorite partners, is working with Philosophy, which is an amazing beauty brand if you don't know. They have an incredible tiered-based loyalty program that allows members to level up by doing specific activities like liking things on social, making purchases, watching videos, etc. And with Movable Ink's integration with CrowdTwist, they're able to create this beautiful dynamic treatment that is really reflective of the brand and is very reusable month over month. They're able to quickly reskin this for seasonality or for one-off promo campaigns. So I showed you some of these that we have in market before, and you got a snapshot of what's in our app gallery. But we are onboarding integrations at a really steady clip. In Q1 alone, we brought on board Localytics, Salesforce Commerce Cloud, and Telium. And again, working in partnership with the client strategy team, we are really making sure that our BD team is focused on those partners that are really business critical to every vertical. In fact, there's some up here that I actually originated, Cardalytics, so I'm very proud about that. So I'm going to end like Jared started, with a photo of me and Adam, because you guys don't know what we look like. We are here this week. We're excited to talk to you. If we're not already working with you, please come find us. And if you are working with us, let's talk about who's in your MarTech stack and how we can liberate that without talking to your tech team. Thanks so much.
Wow, that was awesome. Any questions while we have this knowledgeable person